the 7th Parachute Regiment. British paratroopers wear the distinctive maroon berets and have the nickname the Red Devils, the name bestowed upon them by the German forces during the fierce fighting in North Africa and in Europe. The Paras are amongst the most highly trained soldiers in the world and are still deployed on active service in Afghanistan, and they're on constant 72-hour standby.
Now we have the banner of the Combined British Forces Association, led today by Mr. Ben Martin from the Royal Scots Regiment. This is a new association for all current and ex-serving members of the British Forces. Once again, they're wearing the beret.
Well, these forces are generally classified as what we might say the British and Commonwealth forces and the Allied troops, of which Australian Defence Force has a long association, both in peacetime and in fact in combat times. And you'll see that many of the dress items, for example, are not dissimilar to those which we wear in the Australian Defence Force. Many of the traditions of the Australian Defence Force and the three services have been inherited and carried over from our British heritage. The band, incidentally, is the Clan MacLeod band. They've been wound once previously today, in very, very wet conditions, but a little drier now. Even the road appears to be drying out. Still our British and Commonwealth forces, and I might just mention to our Canberra viewers just joined us that our numbers appear to have not only built up despite the very heavy rain, but have stayed and continually cheering and supporting the marches. There is probably no better name known than the Gurkhas, led today by Major Bahala Bahandahor Ray, and they come from the small Himalayan country of Nepal, and they've served with the British Army for over 200 years, and many Australian servicemen served with them during World War II, particularly in the Southwest Pacific and the Burma area. There were in fact 10 regiments operating during World War II, and they served a wide cross-section of campaigns. Some of these special airborne forces here, that more even be the Royal Hong Kong Regiment. It's a bit hard to pick up. We didn't pick a banner, but just looking at the lapel badges, I suspect that's where they were.
Yeah, the Hong Kong Volunteers were formed in 1854, John, in the Crimean War. But now we've got the Fiji ex-servicemen coming through.
Led today by Mr. Zokiara Vulisuva. The Fijian soldiers have served with Australian troops to Solomon Islands during World War II and in the jungles of Malaya during the emergency, and then recently in East Timor, Bougainville, Afghanistan, and now in the Solomon Islands again. Most of the members have service with the UN interim forces in Lebanon as peacekeepers, and also served in the Sinai Desert since mid-1980s.
Might just take the opportunity to remind people that our ANZAC Day celebrations will continue internationally as the day progresses. We have our dawn service from Gallipoli. Following that, the dawn service from Villers-Bretonneux in the Western Front. And ABC will be covering both these events live during this one day of the year, ANZAC Day. And
these are the Royal Hong Kong Regiment, John. They met the severest test in 1941, around Christmas, when the bit of fighting that took place with the fall of Hong Kong to the invading Japanese forces. They bore the brunt of the Japanese invasion into Hong Kong and Kowloon. They were renamed after the war and later were honoured with the title Royal. The regiment was disbanded in September 1995 after 141 years of service. And the band this time is Our Lady Queen of Peace, the Maltese New South Wales band, and I would imagine that they're going to be leading